Ethan was 38 years old when he realized something was wrong. Not because his life was falling apart, not because he was broke or alone, but because everything looked fine on the outside and he felt absolutely nothing on the inside. Every morning, he'd wake up before the sun, tie his shoes, and drive through the same quiet streets to the same predictable job. He answered emails. He attended meetings. He smiled when it was required, and every evening, he returned home with the same quiet question echoing in his chest. Is this really my life? Ethan wasn't lazy. He wasn't weak. He was simply waiting. Waiting for a burst of confidence. Waiting for a moment of absolute clarity. Waiting for the right time to finally start living the life he had once imagined when he was younger. See, once, Ethan had dreams that kept him awake at night. He wanted to build something of his own. To create. To matter. But time passed, responsibilities grew, and fear slowly dressed itself up as logic. Be practical, people said. Don't risk what you already have. Maybe next year. And so, Ethan waited. Years passed by not with spectacular failure, but with a deafening silence. One evening, after another long, gray day, Ethan stopped his car at a red light. On the sidewalk, an old man was selling handmade wooden toys. His hands were rough, his back was bent, yet his face carried a calm, simple joy that Ethan hadn't seen in years. Something made Ethan roll down his window. How long have you been doing this? He asked. The old man smiled. Since I was 50. Ethan laughed nervously. 50. Isn't that a little late to start something new? The man looked at him, really looked at him, then said something that would follow Ethan forever. Late compared to what? The grave? The light turned green, but Ethan didn't move. The man continued, I waited most of my life to feel ready. Then one day, I realized ready never comes. You either begin or you just disappear. That night, Ethan couldn't sleep. For the very first time, he didn't feel afraid of failing. He felt terrified of never even starting. The next morning, he did something small but dangerous. He stopped waiting. He woke up an hour earlier than usual. He took out a notebook and wrote down one single idea he had been hiding from 4 years. It wasn't a perfect plan. It was just a beginning. Some days, he doubted himself. Some nights, fear would whisper, who do you think you are? But Ethan just kept showing up. 10 minutes turned into an hour turned into real progress, and progress turned into belief. Months later, something changed, not on the outside, but deep inside him. He started to walk differently. He spoke differently. He lived differently. He hadn't quit his job yet. He wasn't famous or rich, but he was no longer waiting. He was building. 1 year later, Ethan stood in the same place where he once felt completely invisible. Except now, he felt present, alive, grounded. He had finally understood the one truth that no one ever teaches you. You don't lose in life because you fail. You lose because you wait too long to begin. And if you're listening to this right now, feeling stuck, feeling late, feeling unsure, this be a reminder. The moment you stop waiting is the moment your life starts moving. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more videos like this. See you in the next one.